Welcome to our channel, where today we are diving deep into the astonishing world of currency, specifically focusing on a single 1-cent coin that, believe it or not, has amassed a staggering value of $32 million due to a series of mistakes and errors that have turned it into a collector's dream. This may sound unbelievable, but the story behind this extraordinary coin is a fascinating journey through the realms of numismatics, economic quirks, historical significance, and the sheer power of human interest in the unusual and the rare. Understanding why this simple piece of copper-plated zinc, which is just a penny in its common usage, holds such immense value requires us to peel back the layers of its lineage, the mishaps during its minting, and the subsequent events that led to its elevated worth in the marketplace. Each year, millions of coins are produced by mints around the world, and although most of these coins circulate without much fuss, occasionally, rare errors and misprints occur, catapulting certain coins into a completely different stratosphere of valuation. Take, for example, the case of the 1943 copper penny, which was mistakenly struck on copper planchets rather than the intended steel planchets. This error, caused by the need for metal conservation during World War II, resulted in the coin becoming one of the most sought-after collectibles. The reasons for this are manifold. The copper version of the penny was not intended to be released, which inherently makes it rare, and whenever humans make mistakes, it stirs a natural curiosity and desire to possess a piece of that history, that imperfection that echoes the fallibility of men. The allure of error coins is further heightened by the stories surrounding their discovery and their journey through time. Many collectors are fiercely passionate about securing these unique pieces, making them highly contested items at auctions, where bids can soar into the millions. Somewhat paradoxically, the inherent flaw in these coins, be it a wrong mint mark, a double strike, or an incuse error, transforms them into objects of interest, allowing their prices to skyrocket under the right circumstances. There's an intriguing psychology at play, where collectors often feel drawn to the idea of owning something that is not only rare but also tells a story, the story of a minting process that went awry. It raises interesting questions about value. What does it truly mean for a coin to possess worth? In this case, it's not just the metal or the denomination that contributes to its value, rather, it's that unique intersection of error, history, and human desire. The 1955 double-die penny is a classic example, where a single coin's misalignment during the die application led to the same features being stamped multiple times, making it stand out in the eyes of collectors. Even casual observers might find it difficult to understand why these mistakes command such prices, but when you consider how many of these coins were minted versus how few survived in flawless condition, it becomes evident that rarity exponentially increases potential value. Furthermore, as the numismatic community continues to evolve, newer collectors are constantly entering the field, often willing to pay top dollar to secure pieces that spark their interest. This creates an ever-increasing demand for error coins, creating market shifts that only further elevate their worth. The tangible connection to the past that each individual coin harbors invites a reflection on historical events and the economic contexts in which they were minted. There's something almost poetic about holding a coin that represents a moment in time, reflecting the turmoil and triumph of its era, and this sentiment is amplified when that coin is laden with imperfections that set it apart from the rest of its kind. When auctions occur, these stories come alive. Dealers and collectors regale audiences with tales of how coins have changed hands, who owned them, and the price at which they sold, often creating a mythos that elevates ordinary currency to legendary status. Bidders may become wrapped up not only in the pursuit of a physical object but also the narrative surrounding it, something that is often more valuable than the coin itself. As the market continues to fluctuate and evolve, these pricing phenomena lead us to question other aspects of collectible valuation. The modern era has seen a rise in online platforms that streamline the buying and selling of rare coins, widening the pool of potential buyers and making it easier to sell previous underappreciated specimens. Where once a coin might have languished in obscurity, now it finds its way to the eyes of eager collectors around the world, bidding wars erupting in real time, sending prices to jaw-dropping heights. This democratization of the market has emphasized how volatile and susceptible to economic changes collectible values can be, and while today's buyers may feel they're investing wisely in rare coins, knowing that history favors those who hold on tightly to such treasures, tomorrow's collectors may view the same investments through a different lens. It all fosters an environment of speculation and can lead investors to ponder the ramifications of their purchases over the long term as they seek items that will appreciate not just in monetary terms, but also in historical significance. The interplay between cultural significance and economic value is a topic that often engages numismatists. Coins that carry with them stories of error invite explorations of broader themes such as the dynamics of supply and demand, the impact of minting technologies, and even the psychological undercurrents of why people collect. The implications of owning one of these highly valuable coins extend far beyond the individual collector. It can touch on issues of legacy, wealth distribution, and the interplay between art, history, and currency. Fascinating case studies of error coins remind us how the demands of our society shape perceptions around value, and how those perceptions change as generations pass. To new generations, these coins can serve as tokens of history, artifacts imprinted with human narratives and error, marking moments when something extraordinary emerged from the mundane act of currency minting. Additionally, the fascination with error coins can lead to a deeper understanding of the technology behind coin production and the meticulous processes that ensure coins are struck correctly. Understanding the nuances of die casting, metal composition, design intricacies, and distribution practices can provide a richer appreciation for both coinage and the commerce surrounding it. Enthusiasts and hobbyists who delve into the intricacies of numismatics often find a community that shares their passions and fosters connections that transcend geographic and cultural boundaries. Our exploration into this captivating confluence of economy, history, and error is far from exhaustive. As we peel back the layers of what makes a 1-cent coin worth $32 million, we discover new dimensions worth exploring, dimensions that reveal how deeply valued artifacts can be as reflections of our culture and ideals. Each error coin represents a snapshot of unintended moments, breaths of imperfection that beckon elicited interest and observation. As collectors continue to navigate this specialized world, they remain acutely aware that, while currency may lose its purchasing power over time, the stories held within each misstruck coin continue to resonate, affirming that sometimes, our greatest treasures are born from mistakes. As we conclude this riveting exploration, it becomes evident that the remarkable valuation of a 1-cent coin drives home a larger truth. The value of items we collect often lies not just in their intrinsic worth or utility, but in the tales they tell, the histories they embody, and the connections they create within the ever-intersecting tapestry of humanity, error, and the passage of time. Thank you for joining us today in dissecting this remarkable piece of history. We invite you to engage with us in the comments below, sharing your thoughts on error coinage and personal stories of remarkable finds. What hidden treasures might you have overlooked? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more intriguing insights into the world of collectibles, currency, and beyond. Next. Today we're diving into a fascinating story of numismatic rarity that has captured the imagination of collectors and historians alike. Imagine a 1-cent coin that would shock you with its historical significance and astronomical value. We're talking about the infamous 1985 1-cent coin, a coin that reportedly costs a staggering $48 million, and you might be wondering why on earth a coin worth just a cent could be priced at such a dizzying height. The story of this particular cent is steeped in unique errors and mistakes that turned an ordinary piece of currency into an extraordinary collectible, deserving of its exorbitant price tag. The realm of coin collecting is filled with tales of misprints, misstrikes, and other anomalies, yet few compare to the tale of this elusive 1985 cent. To start with, we need to understand the conditions under which coins are produced. The United States Mint produces millions of coins every year, and amidst the clanking of machinery, a few coins slip through the cracks, showcasing peculiarities that could either be seen as errors or as unique markers of history. A plethora of factors can contribute to a coin becoming a misprint. It might be due to human oversight during the grinding operation, mechanical mishaps in the minting process, or sometimes due to contamination of the coin's metal before it is struck. The 1985 cent is particularly intriguing because it was minted during a time when various setbacks were affecting production. The economic climate, coupled with technical challenges, created an environment where mistakes were not only likely but somewhat inevitable. The United States Mint was encountering unprecedented levels of demand for coins, requiring quicker and more efficient production practices. In the hustle and bustle of meeting these quotas, the extra attention to detail that normally accompanies minting operations may have waned, allowing for errors that would be considered a jackpot for collectors to slip through. Among the most notable errors for the 1985 cent is the infamous double die error, which occurs when the coin is struck more than once, aligning the design in a slightly different position each time. This particular error creates multiple images or fractures of letters and numbers, making it a treasure among coin collectors, often leading to severe variations in the coin's appearance. For the 1985 penny, this means that there are some examples where the inscriptions on the coin appear prominently doubled. Such coins create a curiosity that can exponentially increase their market value, as collectors are always on the hunt for unique pieces to complete their collections. Additionally, there was an unusual phenomenon with the minting of this specific coin that involved improperly aligned dies, leading to a series of coins that bore striking imperfections, serving as additional markers of rarity. It's important to note that this 1985 cent is not the only coin to have suffered from minting errors. Many coins throughout history have taken on a similar status due to similar oversights. However, what sets the 1985 cent apart is its combination of factors, a perfect storm of rarity and the sheer scale of errors coupled with an evolving collector's market. As collectors and enthusiasts become increasingly aware of the potential value attributed to such mistakes, they begin to examine their own pocket change more closely, hoping to uncover treasures capable of achieving such unbelievable valuations. Coin collecting has always been a reflection of the social and economic conditions of its time, and the 1985 1-cent coin surfaces as an emblem of a moment when coins were more than mere currency. They were artifacts telling a story of missteps, historical context, and the relentless pursuit of peculiarity amongst ordinary objects. As the demand for valuable coins continues to grow, the 1985 cent remains at the forefront of discussions concerning rare coins at auction, commanding prices that boggle the mind and capturing the attention of both novice and seasoned collectors alike. The astronomical figure associated with this coin, $48 million, is not simply a reflection of wealth but rather a narrative woven through the fabric of history, economy, and collector culture over subsequent decades. Each dollar spent on this 1-cent piece tells a tale of necessity, aspiration, and identity, as its price tag embodies the relentless human pursuit of extraordinary finds amongst the mundane. As we consider the world of coin collecting, it's essential to acknowledge the role of third-party grading services as well, such as the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. Their involvement in authenticating and assigning grades to rare coins lends credence and assurance to buyers, ensuring that what might appear as a simple misprint bears the hallmark of genuine value. The presence of these grading services further clarifies the market by establishing standards that collectors and investors can rely on, giving rise to a structured environment where the true quality metrics of coins like our 1985 cent come into play. Coins graded with a higher standard naturally command higher prices, and as the years pass, this particular cent has climbed even higher in value primarily due to its near-mythical status and the desire of collectors to own an impossible piece of American history. Coin collectors often seek rare pieces to highlight their knowledge and devotion, and having a 1985 cent in one's collection affords a distinct bragging right, a story not just of ownership but of the thrill of the hunt, the joy of finding that hidden gem in a pile of loose change. Moreover, the intricate connection between rarity, demand, and market dynamics becomes evident when we witness how prices fluctuate based on broader economic variables or shifts in collector sentiment. The mere idea that a 1-cent coin could become the crown jewel of a collection fuels not only dreams but also intrigue among aficionados. As trends in collecting continue to evolve, many are left to ponder what the future holds for this exceptional cent and others like it. Will the rarity continue to increase as more collectors enter the space, or will the bubble burst, and we will witness a drop in valuations? The coin market can be as unpredictable as the stock market, driven by passion and speculation alike. Nonetheless, the 1985 1-cent coin remains a symbol of the sheer possibility embedded in collecting, where the most ordinary objects can turn into extravagant value due to the sheer force of circumstance and the passage of time. As the community of collectors grows and matures, we see consistent interest in the exploration of these historical relics, further embedding the 1985 cent deep into the annals of numismatic folklore. Possibilities abound. Perhaps additional discoveries concerning the coin will surface, unveiling new peculiarities that could further elevate its worth or change our understanding of its place within the coin collecting world. As far as identification goes, collectors often engage in thorough research and networking efforts to stay ahead of the curve, unearthed through amateur and professional channels alike. The examination of current trends and price shifts many enthusiasts take into account each time they think about buying, selling, or trading their prized cents is all part of a greater narrative that renders the world of coin collecting a captivating and dynamic aspect of economic culture. The journey of discovery, the pursuit of knowledge, and the enjoyment of diving into a hobby that celebrates history and craftsmanship is ultimately at the heart of what makes collecting coins meaningful. The story of the 1985 1-cent coin will continue to be told, perhaps fictionalized or exaggerated with time, but undoubtedly existing as part of a larger conversation about the significance of currency, how we regard money, rarity, and history will transcend ages as people navigate through the intricate paths of collecting. In some ways, the story of this remarkable coin is a microcosm of our relationship to value, sentiment, and symbolism in society. Perhaps its legacy will never just be about being a single cent but rather a point of conversation about the delicate balance between commerce, beauty, and the exploration of human ingenuity that leads to awe-inspiring discoveries from the simplest of beginnings. Thank you for joining us in exploring the intriguing world of numismatic errors and the extraordinary tale of the 1985 1-cent coin, a coin worth far more than its face value and an object that encourages us to look deeper into the treasures of our everyday lives. We hope you found this story as fascinating as we did and that you're inspired to delve further into the realm of coin collecting where every penny might just have the potential to unveil another extraordinary story. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more captivating tales from the world of history, collectibles, and beyond. Today we're diving into a fascinating and extraordinary story that has captivated coin collectors, investors, and enthusiasts alike, and that's the remarkable saga of the 2017 1-cent coin, a piece of currency that has transcended its face value to become a staggering $13 million treasure due to a myriad of striking errors and mistakes that have taken place during its minting process. To put it into context, normally, a penny is just a 1-cent piece, a trivial amount in the grand scheme of things, but when you add in the layers of botched minting, rare anomalies, and the rise of the collectible coin market, a single one of these cents has the potential to rewrite your understanding of value altogether. As we explore this unusual phenomenon, we'll touch upon the specifics of what went wrong during the production of this particular coin that escalates its worth into the stratosphere. So, what makes this coin so special? It all begins with a fundamental misalignment during the minting process. Ordinarily, coins are struck with precision. The die makes contact with the blank metal disc with carefully calibrated force to ensure that the design appears clearly in its complete form. However, with the 2017 1-cent, this process went awry in ways that couldn't have been anticipated. When examining the various types of errors this coin embodies, we first encounter the off-center strike error. This occurs when the blank planchet is not properly aligned under the coinage die during the striking process. Instead of being centered, the design becomes skewed, resulting in a portion of the image and lettering being cut off. In effect, this defines a coin's edge, which is not only visually distinctive but also elevates its appeal to collectors who seek out unique, one-of-a-kind errors. Collectors often view off-center coins as charmingly flawed yet symbolically rich, as they engage with the untold story of how this particular piece detached itself from the realm of ordinary finance into the exclusive world of numismatic marvels. Furthermore, as we delve deeper into the realm of errors, we encounter the double strike feature, where a penny is struck more than once by the minting die, further complicating its design and rendering it highly collectible. This double striking can produce a fascinating effect, where the image appears more pronounced, with ghost-like features overlapping the main design, creating a visually intriguing piece that has allured seasoned collectors and novices alike. Each time we take a closer look at such coins, we experience reminders of how human error or mechanical deviation can lead to items of incredible worth. This 2017 1-cent, in particular, showcases an unusual combination of such errors, effectively making it a dual threat as both an off-center and double-struck coin. The rarity and complexity of such a combination make it a magnet for attention in auctions, with prospective buyers always frantically grappling over the potential for profit as they decode the layers of value hidden in a single misstep from the US Mint. Moving beyond the errors of positioning and striking, let's also entertain another league of imperfection, the planchet flaw. This category falls directly into the realm of production errors where the metal disc itself does not get prepared correctly before minting. Imagine receiving a penny that has a peculiar swirling or uneven textural quality, attributing its aesthetic to a flaw that occurred before the coin even reached the striking stage. Collectors often refer to these coins as being imperfectly perfect, and they harbor a unique charm that artists and enthusiasts find hard to resist. Such imperfections prompt deeper investigations, especially for those who relish dissecting the stories behind their acquisitions and collecting, effectively contributing to their value as artifacts of an imperfect world. Furthermore, As these various imperfections become recognized and documented, their individual stories circulate within niche communities of enthusiasts, enhancing desirability and driving the prices ever higher. The 2017 P1 cent has joined this prestigious lineage of miscommunications and deviations, positioning itself as the piece de resistance in conversations about rarity and value creation in numismatics. The burgeoning popularity of social media has also played a vital role in elevating the allure around these coins, as collectors proudly showcase their acquisitions and discuss the finer details of minting errors. Online auctions and specialized websites serve as marketplaces where such treasures can be marketed to zealous and passionate audiences eager to invest their time and funds into parts of financial history that defy conventional understanding. The excitement and anticipation culminate as this specific coin garners interest from around the globe, captivating investors who fold it into their portfolios, along with stories of how every tiny imperfection adds to its value. It's widespread knowledge that the more scarce something is, the more it attracts avid collectors. With the 2017 P1 cent representing a unique suite of characteristics, it occupies a rarefied territory that beckons discerning collectors and investors for years to come. Understanding the magnitude of potential profit, many collectors have turned their attention to this penny as a lucrative opportunity, with speculators betting that the longer the story of its unique minting errors circulates within collecting circles, the higher its valuation will climb. And when you account for the psychological elements at play, the identity and investment potential behind such a coin create a fascinating narrative that draws in a wider audience to discover what makes it so special. What we've also seen is that smart marketing and storytelling can amplify these values even further. It's not just about the coin itself but about the emotional connection it establishes with its owners and admirers. An era like this combines history, artistry, chance, and a little bit of luck, turning an everyday object into a fascinating piece of art that reflects the unpredictability of life. For enthusiasts, holding the 2017 P1 cent in their hands invites them into a larger conversation, not only about coin collection but also about the value that we assign to imperfections in society at large. By standing apart from conventional assets, it thrusts unsuspecting individuals into the financial spotlight and demonstrates that even an unassuming piece of currency can serve as a testament to the opportunities that arise when we take the time to look closer and see beyond the surface. Therein lies the essence of its worth, an embedded story that weaves through the narrative of who created it, what accidents unfolded during its fabrication, and how it ultimately embodies an avenue for forging connections between people across generations. As we contemplate the historical significance and the future potential of this astonishing coin, it is meaningful to recognize that the dynamic landscapes of collecting will continue to evolve alongside the stories they represent. As more examples like the 2017 P1 cent are unearthed amid the bustling world of numismatics, the coin's legacy will continue to strengthen, forging new pathways for collectors and investors who endeavor to navigate through this intricate universe of currency. Every discovered issuance that mirrors the flaws of the 2017 P1 cent serves not just as a collectible but as a lesson to relate to the beauty within imperfection, ensuring that its influence endures well beyond its immediate financial implications. With each layer of conversation surrounding this coin, its value will undoubtedly resonate strongly with those who invest not merely for profit but for the understanding that these treasures embody a piece of our shared history, a snapshot of a moment considered insignificant at first glance yet turns into a symbol of prosperity and intrigue. As we continue our expedition into the multifaceted world of coin collecting, particularly the phenomenon spurred by the 2017 P1 cent, we invite you to ponder, what does it mean to place such a high value on an item that traditionally has belonged in the realm of the mundane? We recognize the beauty in attempting to track the human experiences captured within the artistry of minting, an ongoing story that blurs the lines between artistry, finance, and legacy. As always, thank you for tuning in and for your continued support on this journey of discovery and adventure into the realms of money, art, and the inevitable looping dance between chance and opportunity that we encounter in our ever-evolving relationship with value. Through stories like that of the 2017 P1 cent, we encapsulate the essence of what captivates us as humans, the desire to forge connections, to explore history, and to reconcile the unexpected elements of our existence into something remarkably valuable, showing just how moments of error can unfold the tapestry of our future.